When you apply for a UK visit visa, as soon as you go for your biometrics, right, after that, you're going to be getting an email from VFS telling you that your visa application has been transferred to UKVI. And that is when your 15 days actually start counting. So what happens in those 15 days? From the time your application is transferred to UK Embassy to the time that you get a decision, what happens, right? That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. So the UKVI, which is UK Visas and Immigration, has officers that are called ECOs, right? Entry Clearance Officers. And these are the people that will actually sit down, look at your application and make a decision whether you qualify for a visa or not. So if you look closely at your UK visa refusal letter, you're going to be seeing the initials of the person that made this decision to refuse this visa, right? So every refusal letter has the initials of the person that actually made the decision. So what this means is that an actual individual would actually sit down and look at your visa application and make a decision whether to approve your visa or not based on the rules. So if you know the rules, then it's easier for you to actually get that visa approved. So what I've done is I've actually sat down and recreated the checklist that the ECOs use to decide whether to refuse your visa or to approve it, right? I've sat down, I've actually created it, right? And today's video, we are going to be looking at that checklist one by one to see what is on it, so that if you know exactly what they're looking out for, you can use this checklist to verify if your own application actually meets these requirements before you actually hit the submit button. If that's a video you want to see, make sure you stick around from beginning to the very end, as I intend to leave no stone unturned. Now, if you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Gerald. I'm the CEO of Advantage, which actually owns the No Agent Travel Guide channel. So what we do on No Agent Travel Guide is to actually provide visa advisory based on my own personal experience to help you apply for your visas and get it approved by yourself. So make sure you actually hit the like button on this video, subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, turn on the bell notification button so that when we drop more amazing videos just like what you're about to watch right now, YouTube is going to send you a notification instantly. That said, let's jump right in. So this is the UKVI Visitor Visa ECO Assessment Checklist, right? So the applicant's name, what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be giving you guys this particular file. I'm going to show you how to download it so that you can actually download it and use it for your own visa application as well. So the applicant's name goes in here. The GWF number, right? It's a number that is given to you by UKVI when you're applying for your visa. Now you also have the dates right here. Now the purpose of visit, genuine intent. In my last video, I told you guys about V4.2, right, which is genuine, the intention of the person actually visiting. This is how you actually set it. Now, is the purpose permitted under visa rules? The reason why this person wants to come to the UK, is it permitted under the UK visit visa rules? Right, that's one. If it's permitted, then we check this. Now, the second thing, the purpose why he said he's trying to visit the UK, does it make sense for this applicant's profile? Now, let me explain this in great details. If you are a 13-year-old boy and the purpose you are visiting the UK is because you are traveling with your father, it makes sense. It makes mad sense, right? But if you are a 35-year-old man, your income is about 200,000 naira every single month. Now, and you say that you are going on vacation to the UK and you're going to be spending £1,000 for that vacation, does it make sense? You that is listening to me right now, does it actually make sense, right? Or you are a 35-year-old man and you said that you work and you earn 50,000 naira every month, then your father is sponsoring you to go to the UK on vacation. Does that make sense? Do you understand? So there are some kind of application that I see and it doesn't make sense to me as an ordinary person, not to talk of the ECO. So the reason why this person is actually coming to the UK, does it make sense for the person's profile? You are somebody that you're working at paying you 50,000 naira every single month. Then you now say that you're going to the UK and you're going to be spending £5,000. Even if that money is in your account, your salary is 3,000 naira every single month, it doesn't make sense. So for that, the particular place is going to be an X. They won't work. So evidence, does the evidence support the purpose? The evidence you have provided, the supporting documents, does it support the claim that you made? You say you're going on vacation, you have submitted hotel booking and the hotel is $5,000, right, or £5,000, and what you earn is £1,000. How are you going to pay for it? So it doesn't support your claim. So you have an invitation letter for somebody that you are going to be staying with. Who is this person to you? Why are you staying with the person? Is there an IV to the person? Did the person specify how long you're going to be staying? So all of those things, the supporting document has to actually make sense. So another thing, return flights booking, which is actually optional. Have you booked it? How much is this return flight? Can the person afford it? We're going to be coming to affordability. Now, travel itinerary or tickets. You say you are attending a conference. Have you paid for the conference? Right? Have you booked for the conference? You are traveling to the UK. Where are you traveling to? What side do you want to see? So those things have to actually make sense. As a matter of fact, one time I came into the UK and they asked me and said, what and what are you going to see in the UK? I also prepared for that question, right? But I was very truthful. I said that my friend was going to make the plans. That I don't know what the plans are. But of course, it wasn't my first time. Maybe if I was the first time, they would have taken me to secondary inspection for that statement, right? So it's important for you to actually know what you are going to be doing in the UK, right? Your itinerary, and all of that. Now, number 2. Let's talk about immigration history. The ECO is also going to be looking at your immigration history, especially your UK immigration history. Have you been refused a UK visa before? Right? They're going to check it. You have been refused before. Okay? So the evidence he has now, or the explanation he has now, does it negate or mitigate the reason that was given before? Has the circumstances changed from the last application? It's going to be a yes or a no. So if the circumstances is remaining the same, the reasons why you were refused before, if you've not addressed it in this particular application now, your first application, of course, it's going to be a red flag for you as well, right? So these are some of the things that you need to actually pay attention to. Now, everywhere you've been to before, right? If you've traveled before, good for you, right? Does he have a travel history? Yes. Now, has he overstayed his visa before in all those places he has been to? That is another issue, right? Has he overstayed his visa before? There's a woman that applied for a visa. So they told her explicitly that they're refusing her visa because of her previous overstay in the UK. So when she met us, we told her to just wait for a while. After 3 months or so, we reapplied and wrote a strong cover letter explaining the reason why she overstayed and all of those things. And of course, that particular visa was approved, that she went back to school and see her children. So overstays will actually affect you. So don't ever overstay your visa in any country in the world. Please don't, right? Especially if you're a traveler like myself, right? For me right now, I can never overstay my visa. Never. I travel with a 6-month visa. I stay for 2 weeks. Or max 1 month and I'm back. I don't think I ever stayed for 1 month before. It was the last day that I stayed for 1 month, but I was moving around a lot, right? But no, 10 days, 14 days max, and I'm back to Nigeria. So I've actually mentioned this, no adverse history with other countries. Do you have issue with other countries, right? Visa refusals, you've been removed, you were deported, all of those things. If you have those kind of issues, it is going to hurt you, right? It's going to hurt you. So financial circumstance and affordability. Did the person provide their 6 months bank statement? Because UKVI would ask you for 6 months bank statement. Now, I've seen people present 3 months, 4 months, and they get approved. But ideally, you should provide your 6 months bank statement because it tells a better picture of your financial history. So, does the statement match the declared income? I see this all the time. Somebody will come and say that you earn 200,000 naira every month. That is your income. You print your 6 months bank statement. Ideally, your 6 months bank statement should show 200,000 naira times 6. That's the income that should be on your account. That will be 1.2 million naira in 6 months. So your income, your credit, your inflow into your account should be 1.2 million naira. We are talking naira right now. But I see some people actually do this. They earn 200,000 naira every month. But when they print their statement, we are seeing 10 million naira inflow, 12 million naira inflow. The visa officer will tell you in the refusal letter that this is more than your declared income. Like you did not explain where as a matter of fact, they told me this in my first refusal letter. Because I didn't explain where my income was coming from, and they said that even though we saw the credits, that it doesn't mean that these credits are genuine. I did not explain the source and origin of these funds in my visa application, and for that my visa was refused. So you see this requirement, I didn't meet it. My statement was not matching my declared income on my visa application form. That's a problem that you might be having as well. So it's important that you pay attention to this, right? When we are doing visa application for our clients, right, one of the things that we do is that we actually ask you for your bank statement. We'll sit down and we analyze your bank statement from start to finish. So we pinpoint all your income for all the months represented and all your expenses for all the months represented, so that when we are filling your visa application form and your bank statement will be telling a single story, not 2 different stories. So that way your chances of actually getting approved is actually very high, right? So statements in the bank statement, does it match declared income? So the issue is going to tick. Now, income, are they from verifiable sources? That's what happened to me as well. They said that I did not declare this source and origin of my funds. So this income in your bank account, are they from verifiable sources? You say that your son sent you 500,000 naira every month, and we see 500,000 naira in your bank account with your son's name. That is verifiable. You said that you earn income from seller, right? And we see transfers from seller into your bank account. That is verifiable. When I actually reapplied for my visa, this is what I did. My income comes from YouTube. YouTube pays me every single month. So what I did was I printed my YouTube analytics showing exactly how much I earned for every month. And now I printed my bank statement, and you see that same amount of money from YouTube hitting my bank account on those dates. So that way, my bank account and my YouTube analytics was telling the same story. So when you look at it, you know that this money came from YouTube. So the source is verified. So the source of those funds in your bank account, can they be verified? How do we verify it? There's a woman that we actually did a visa application for. She got her visa approved. She was refused the first time, and this is part of the reason why she was refused. So what we did in that application was that we actually did a table inside her cover letter. So all those funds, we listed out all those funds from her bank account, date, remark, amount, then the reason for this fund. We stated it all there. And of course, that visa was approved. So you need to actually verify the sources of your income. Now, large/unusual deposits must be explained with evidence. So if you say, for instance, that woman, I think she gets about 200k or so every month from her children, then that's a particular month she got about 2 million naira inflow. Her daughter sent it, with LEMFI. So I told her, tell your daughter to give us the LEMFI receipt that you actually used to send this money. Of course, they sent it, and we're able to match that LEMFI receipt, right, that has her daughter's name to that deposit in her bank account, and we're able to match it. So that's an unusual large deposit, and we're able to verify exactly where it came from. So that's exactly what we did. So you need to explain large unusual deposits with evidence, okay? So not just saying that this money came from here, that you have to provide the evidence of where the money actually came from. There's somebody that we're working on their visa application right now. They sold the land, they paid a piece of land, and she got 5 million naira into her account, an elderly woman. So what we did was that we had to bring the contract of sale of that land to show that there was a sale that happened, and this money was paid to so and to her because of this particular reason. So that way, we're actually explaining the source and origin of the fund and the reason for the funds, verifiable, right? So another thing, the balance on this bank account, is it sufficient to sponsor this trip? Now, my first visa application, they asked me and said, how much am I spending on my trip? I said £5,000. $5,000. That's what I actually wrote. But I didn't have this knowledge then. But I was lucky that I had that money in my account, and my income then was like way beyond that money. Do you get? So it was comfortable for me. They approved my visa even though I had £5,000 right there inside my bank statement. But I didn't have this knowledge I'm actually sharing with you guys right now as at that time. So it's important that you know that whatever it is that you say that you are actually spending on your trip, that you can actually afford it comfortably. So your bank account has to tell the story that you can afford it. Your hotel booking that you've done, you can afford it. Your flight that you've booked, you can afford it, and the extra expenses. So that's very important. Now, imagine you say that you're going to be spending £2,000 in your trip, right? And your disposable income is £200 every month, and your income every month is £500. You need to explain a little more. Okay? Now, another thing is trip costs. Is it proportionate to your means? The money that you earn, is the cost of your trip proportionate to what you earn every month? I saw a refusal letter where they told the person and said that the cost of this trip, is actually 17 times your monthly disposable income, right? I've explained what disposable income is in a previous video, but let me just explain it again. Disposable income is your monthly income minus your monthly expenses. That is why on the visa application form, they're going to ask you and say, how much do you earn and how much do you spend every month? They are trying to calculate your disposable income. So let's say your disposable income is £500 and you're making a trip, you want to spend £10,000. It doesn't make sense because that is times 20 of your disposable income. So you have to save your disposable income for 20 months to be able to afford that trip. So your trip cost, is it proportionate to your means? The amount that you're going to spend on this trip, is it proportionate to your means? Right? That is very important. Another thing is employment/economic ties. How you make money, right? How you make money. Your ties to your home country. Is the proof of employment or self-employed provided? Have you provided your letter of employment, right? Your promotion letter to actually prove that you're working? Your pay slip, all of those things. You have a personal business. Have you provided the proof of this personal business, your CAC registration, all of those things, right? Now, your employer letter with start dates, rule, salary, leave approval. If you are employed, do you have a letter from your employer showing the date you started working, your rule, your salary, and your leave approval? Have you provided that? Pay slip from your employer, does it match the deposit in your bank account. That is also something that is very important, right, for employees. Now, do you have a stable ongoing employment? Let me tell you guys this story. There's this woman that reached out to us. She's from Sierra Leone. So she paid for her consulting session. And when we were consulting with her, we told her, please don't reapply, because she was refused a visa. So she wanted to reapply. We told her, please don't reapply. Ordinarily, an agent will say, pay me money, I will reapply for you and give you all the assurances. We told her and said, don't reapply, because if you reapply, you are going to get another refusal, right? And why? Her employment was not stable at that point in time. Let's say she reached out to us in July. She has a contract with her office, and the contract was expiring at the end of September. You get? So if you apply, it's going to take 3 weeks to get a decision. That's towards the end of August. And you have just 1 month with your employer. So I told her, I said, go and renew your contract to like 1 year or 2 years or something, then come back, right? I will help you with this application. That is how it's going to work. And of course, she understood and thanked us. And, she's still working on that stuff. And once she's done, she's going to reach out to us and we'll help her with the reapplication, right? Now, are there any other economic ties? Right? Is there something else, somewhere else you earn money from? I see people that write in their visa application form. There's this guy that he said he earns an extra 15 million naira, in the visa application form. They're going to ask you additional income. You say yes. This guy said 15 million naira a year and all of that. In the refusal letter, they said that he did not provide the evidence of this additional income that he claimed that he has. So when I asked him, I said, what is this additional income? He said he has properties that they pay him rent from his tenant. So why didn't you include? He said he didn't know you're supposed to include it. The agent didn't tell him to include it. So he didn't have to include it, right? Of course, we told him that when you allege, when you make claims, you have to actually prove, right? Of course, we now have to get tenancy agreement between him and his tenants, right? To actually prove those incomes and on payment and all of that, for his reapplication, right? Which we are still working on right now. Now, another thing that they pay attention to is something called family and social ties, right? Number one, do you have immediate family residents in your home country, right? Do you have children? Do you have a wife? Do you have a married partner? Do you have a sister? Do you have your father? Do you have, in your home country, right? That are dependent on you financially. Now, when you are filling the visa application form, the more dependents you have, the more opportunities it creates for you. Again, when I applied for my UK visa the first time, I didn't know this, but I had dependents, right? I wasn't married, but I had dependents. I had my younger sister that was in school. I was paying her school fees and taking care of her. I had my nephew, so I had everybody living with me then was dependent on me financially. So of course I had to include them in that application at that time. So when my sister was applying for a UK visa and I was sponsoring her, it was easy. I didn't even know what I was doing. It was easy because once they run my name as a sponsor, they see that I've got a UK visa before, and I listed her as my dependent. And of course, I'm sure that it helped her get that visa approved. So when you have people that you are taking care of, there's a very high chance that you're going to be coming back for them because they are dependent on you financially. So does this person have dependents? Yes, right? Dependents proven. If they say they have dependents, have they proven that they have dependents? So it's not enough for you to actually say that you have dependent. You have to prove that you have these dependents, right? You say that you have dependent. Have you proven it? Have you proven that you pay school fees for them? Have you provided the birth certificate of your children? Some kind of proof, right? And these are the things that we talk to you about in our consulting session to understand your circumstances so that we can actually help you with your UK visa application and of course all the other visa applications as well. So family in the UK, do they have family in the UK? Those families in the UK, are they lawful in the UK? Are they legal in the UK? So let's say if you have a brother in the UK, right, or it's in the UK, that is illegal there, please don't include them as your family in the UK, right? Because it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. Accommodation and travel arrangements, also very important. UK address, is it confirmed and verifiable, right? You say you're staying at so-and-so hotel. Does that hotel exist? Do you make a reservation and all of that, right? So that's something that you can actually do. If somebody is inviting you, do you have an invitation letter from the person? Is that a proof of address to show that the person has legal right to be at that address? So that's why when we are actually talking to our clients, we tell them that you've got an invitation letter from your father, from your brother or your sister or your friend, right? There are 3 things you need to prove. The person's status in the UK to show that they are not illegal. That's one. Then you need to actually prove that the address where the person is going to be hosting you, that the person has legal right to be at that address. Maybe he owns the home, he's renting it, whatever, right? He has to provide some kind of proof that he actually. Then you also need to prove your relationship with that person so that they are sure that you did not go to the internet, you met somebody, pay the person money and say, please help me with the application, I want to come to the UK, right? So you have to prove your relationship with the individual that is inviting you to the UK. I've actually made a video about this, how to prove, but if you actually stay confused, let me know in the comment section, and I'll make a video showing you guys exactly how to prove your relationship with the person that is inviting you to the UK. Now, also, credibility and consistency, right? So the things that you have said on your visa application form and your supporting documents, are they telling the same story, or is there a divergence of these stories? So information are they consistent across all documents? If they are, good for you. If they're not, like this, okay? Is there any sign of false document or misrepresentation? Right? So please, I say this all the time, please do not forge documents. Don't use false documents for your visa application, please. Right? You might do it right now and get away with it, right? It might catch up with you like years later. There was this guy that we had a consulting session with. He said he has been to the UK a couple of times. No, he has been to Schengen, Italy. He has been to France. He has been to a couple of times. He has gotten visas a lot of times. Right now they've been refusing him back to back, like 2 or 3 times when he actually contacted us. When I went through the refusal reasons, I asked him a question and I said, all these documents here, is there any document that is fake? He said, that's what I've been using all this time. I said, no, that's not the question I asked you. Is there any fake document, the author document here? He said, well, my bank statements, I have to beef it up a bit, you know, I have to change the numbers and so I said, the 11th commandment says, do not get caught. You've been caught, right? You've been caught. And of course, his visa was refused when he reapplied again, right? So, but I told him what to do to actually fix that. If you want to know, let me know in the comment section and I will respond to you. Now, number 8, risk assessment, right? Are there indicators of likely overstay or non-genuine visit based on all the other information, right? Does the ECU believe that you are going to come back to your home country? So that means you're not going to be overstaying your visa, or that you are not a genuine visitor, right? Or that you have other intentions that are not within the visitor rules, right? You know, they're going to indicate. Now, if they indicate yes here, right, of course your visa is going to be refused. Profile, does your profile match known high risk patterns, right? Your profile, you overstayed your visa in the US, you deported to Nigeria, you went to South Korea, you overstayed your visa, they deported you again, then you now apply for Canada and I refused you, and you're now applying to come to the UK. That's high risk, right? You're high risk, right? So decision, are you satisfied this is a genuine visitor under 4.2a? Yes or no? The ECO will indicate. Are you satisfied that they will leave at the end of their visit? 4.2c, right? Are you satisfied that they have sufficient funds to fund their trip? 4.2e, okay? No ground for refusal under Part 9. Part 9 is the UK visa rules that actually states that what you're coming to do in the UK falls within the visitor visa rules. So, final decision, approve or refuse, right? Based on all of these checkboxes, should they approve or refuse?
I'm going to be showing you how to get this checklist, but before that I want to bring to your attention that I just created a WhatsApp channel, right? And I intend to actually record some of my consulting sessions and post the link to those exclusive content inside my WhatsApp channel. So I'm very sure that there's something for you that are listening to me right now to benefit from that particular consulting session. So it's important that you click on the 2nd or 3rd link just below this video and join my WhatsApp channel. Now, after you've done that, last link in my video description is going to take you straight to Google Drive, where you're going to be downloading this checklist right now.
So if you happen to have any questions, let me know in the comment section, as I'm going to be there to answer all of your questions. And if you've not done that already, it's important that you smash the like button on this video, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, turn on the bell notification button so that when we drop more amazing videos, just like what you just watched right now, YouTube is going to send you a notification instantly. And if you want to get in touch with me, all you need to do is to click on the first link that is pinned in the comment section of this video below. And once you click on it, you'll be able to actually get in touch with me on WhatsApp. I've actually made a video previously showing you guys exactly how to apply for a UK visa, while this video is going to show you guys exactly how to apply for a Schengen visa.